We stood up here to do our icebreaker speech.
Yes.
It can be the most difficult and the most awe-inspiring at the same time. This morning, Joe would like to give us a glimpse into his life to help us understand a little bit more who he is. Best of luck.
Mr. Toastmaster, members and guests, I'm Joe Santiago, and when I think about my life, I have one word that comes to mind, and it's gratitude. The good fortune that I think I've experienced, maybe a lot more than others. I had the privilege of being born to two wonderful parents. When I think of my parents, I think of nothing but love and good examples. They were good people. Despite the fact that my parents were divorced when I was young, they never let that get in the way of how they treated me. My parents remarried, both of them. Yet my father never missed visitation. And I know that that doesn't happen in many situations like that. I'm very grateful. Unfortunately, their son wasn't always a great end product of their investments. Their son made a lot of mistakes, underachieved, did a lot of wrong things growing up. But fortunately, one thing I was given, maybe a combination between my parents and God, was a lot of ambition. And despite lacking confidence, I pursued my dreams of going to college with my parents' help and gutted it out and graduated. Unfortunately, when I got out of college, I didn't know quite what to do with my degree. Had several jobs I didn't like, but I had the good fortune of meeting a wonderful lady friend who was in the insurance business and was very successful. Lived in a beautiful house, drove a nice car, and she told me I should try the insurance business. Who was I to say no? Despite lacking confidence in speaking and talking to people, never one to engage in puffery. I gutted it out, and fortunately, again, through the grace of God, I was given ambition. Despite being difficult and struggling for years, I succeeded, even though the odds were against me. I didn't meet my soulmate till I was 37 years old, and thank God I waited. I have a wonderful wife who I admire. And I had fears, of course. My mom told me the day of the wedding, just before I went down the aisle, she grabbed my left hand, it was ice, pure ice. Thankfully, it didn't let my fear stand in the way. I found out I was going to be a dad when I was 42 for the first time. That scared the heck out of me. In a way that I'd never experienced fear before. But again, through the good fortune of finding the right counselors and some really good drugs, I got my mind right when I needed to, so I could help my wife during her tough time. I got through it, and 4 years later, I'm an incredibly happy man. I never realized how much love I would receive and how much love I was capable of giving. It's something that I could have never possibly imagined. To be working in a profession for 20 years that I love, to be married to the woman I love, and to have such a wonderful kid is truly a blessing. To live in the United States, the greatest country in the history of humanity, is a blessing. I'm grateful to God for what I have, my journey, but most of all, I'm grateful for all the things that are yet to come. Thank you.